click on the word create, you can create new code. So I clicked on create and you can see the Scratch environment. On the left-hand side, you can see all the different actions that your program, your scripts can have in them. And your sprite, this is called, this little cat guy is our default sprite. And your cat can do a number of things based on the different actions on the left. So for example, motion. Let's say I want to move the cat 10 steps. Now I'm going to go to an event right now and jump ahead, because the event I want is when the flag is clicked. When the flag is clicked, I want to move 10 steps. I'm going to click the green flag. And we just moved. Let's change it to 50 steps. When the flag is clicked, we can move different number of steps. Now, the other motions you have are turning, gliding. I'll give you here. I'm going to do this glide. Now, if we wanted to glide, get rid of this. It's all a drag and drop environment. You can see me like dragging, dropping. But you can, let's say I wanted to go, now this is an XY grid. So as the cat moves to the right, X goes up. As the cat moves to the left, the X goes down. As the cat moves up, the Y axis is increasing. As the cat moves down, the Y goes lower. So let's say I want to glide to where the Y is 100. I want to show you it move up the screen. Click the green flag. Whee! And now we moved up to the position 70, 100. And so this is an XY axis grid. And now there's a lot of things we can play with along the way. Looks has the cat kind of speak and think and change. We can change its costume. Sound can play meow and different sounds, and we can even record sounds. Events, I showed you when the flag is clicked, but there's also when the space bar is pressed, or actually any key. You could switch it to any key is pressed when the sprite is clicked. So there's a lot of different events that you can see here. Control, we'll talk about some controls, wait, loops, infinite loops, the forever loop, conditions, and there's stop, and we'll talk about some of these, or at some point through the videos, hopefully most of these. Sensing, so when it's something is touching the mouse or touching an edge, so you can check, you can sense for different things, touching a specific color. So there's these, again, we can play with the sensing. We can ask questions and wait for a response from our user, which gets stored in this variable called answer, which we'll do later in videos. And so you have different options that you can look at, play with, and we'll get to as we move along. Operations, plus, minus, times, divide, greater than, less than, and these will come up in certain conditions. Variables is another topic where you can store something in a variable if you're going to need that value again later. And the my blocks, you can create your own blocks, which we're not going to do right now.